This is absolutely chocked full of color and plants. And I know that he said he's got two water features here. This is just incredible. I can already tell, he's a Ranger fan, that he's got his seat set up looking over at that. That's a tropical water lily right there. Those are really cool. I haven't seen those before. A little fountain. He's got a toucan there. Boy, he's got a lot of different little decorations. And oh my goodness, Jerry Rice, a legend. Yes. Well, you really are a San Francisco fan. Oh, you got all the cards too. All these are Jerry Rice?
Yep.
Whoa. Okay. You have more San Francisco stuff than I have Ohio State Buckeye stuff, and that is saying something. I like it though. It's
Just do it like it's never been done before. Just do it like the moment's finally over. Do it for you.
welcome to living the Aquascape lifestyle. Well, it is still raining. I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy, and I'm out with that big guy over there, Alan Decker, a past Aquascape Artist of the Year winner, and we are touring all around Albany, New York, the suburbs, checking out aquascape ecosystem ponds and showcasing how people live the aquascape lifestyle. Wait till you see this beautiful backyard with every bell and whistle. This is absolutely chocked full of color and plants, and I know that he said he's got two water features here. This is just incredible. I don't think that they're missing much back here. I can already tell, he's a Ranger fan, that he's got his seat set up looking over at that. Holy cow. It is definitely a labor of love, I can tell you that. He's got everything so pristine back there. I just walked up here and look at these fish. I think they know the ritual. They can hear the footsteps coming walking in. That's a tropical water lily right there. Those are really cool. I haven't seen those before. A little fountain. He's got a toucan there. Boy, he's got a lot of different little decorations, and I think the whole garden is just absolutely gorgeous. So nice house out here, and here we are, and there's Alan Decker, and there is Ed. So gentlemen, this is truly a labor of love I could see for you, Ed, here.
Absolutely.
And this all started with well, it all started back when you were a kid in Long Island, and your dad had a concrete pond, I heard.
Yes, and it used to leak every winter. So of course we had to go to fiberglass, and then we went to I actually moved away and came up here and decided to build not only one pond, but two ponds.
Well, you said you actually bought this lot. It was filled with trees, but you thought, where would I put the pond?
Correct.
Okay.
It's a labor of love of mine. I enjoy it. It gives me a lot of peace and quiet. And I love coming home, sitting outside, enjoying the aquascape lifestyle.
Amen, brother. And so, Alan, this was about like 2015. We were talking that you put this in?
Yeah, we started with the first one. And actually, the first year we did just this pond.
Okay.
And then I think it was like a year or so later, we came back and added this second stream. Because as you can see...
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize there was a second stream here.
All its decorations and gardening.
This is therapeutic for you. I asked if your wife did the gardening, and you're like, yeah, mostly me.
Mostly me, absolutely.
You had that concrete pond, but you kind of got out of the hobby until you kind of moved back into this thing, and so you've been living this now since. How is it therapeutic for you?
Well, again, when you work retail, and again, I like to come home, have myself a nice little cocktail.
Yeah, okay.
Sit down, enjoy it with my family, and my wife says, why go away when you can have paradise in your backyard?
Amen, amen. So she enjoys it too?
Absolutely, yes.
But you're the one that's more of the gardener of the two of you?
Yes.
Big San Francisco 49ers fan. I'm gonna go check out your basement later here. Alan, why don't you describe what you did? Is there a biofalls up there on the top of that?
There's a 2,500 biofalls up there and 1,000 skimmer over here.
Yep.
We originally had a skimmer over here on this side, but when we added the second stream, we actually just repositioned stuff. I mean, Ed's real good at decorating, so he wanted to have this secondary stream so he could do his bridge, and he's got like a cool boat up there. They do a really good job with the gardens here.
Alan was telling me that you want to do another water feature. So, I mean, over there, like where else could we go here? What are you thinking?
Standing on it.
Yeah, actually, we're kind of working on the whole design thing right now. Actually, we talked about a fire pit, so Ed wants a recessed fire pit.
Oh, that'd be, yeah, that's awesome. I see you got your little fire element over there.
Yeah. But originally, you know, he was thinking back here, and I'd like to get it more closer, and then that was before he came up with the idea about, let's expand this.
So folks that are watching, a water feature is never done. The average consumer buys 3 water features: big, bigger, and biggest. Go ahead, buddy.
So what we want to do is, since we're going to do the recessed fire pit in the middle,
yes,
we want to make it more interactive. So we want to almost make it like an island. So you're going to build this pond out with the recessed fire pit in the middle.
So right here, Alan, come out with the pond a little?
Yeah, we'll come out and kind of wrap it more.
Okay.
And we're talking about making a bigger waterfall down through here, so then that way you're kind of...
Like a peninsula, like the island peninsula.
Yep.
I like it. I like the idea. So you probably just put a whole new liner in at that point.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely take it out.
All right, so I got to come back and vlog.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, let's look at this one. What did you do over here? This is a gorgeous water feature. I love the tropical lilies. You said you always get a new tropical every year?
Every year, go down to Long Island and we get ourselves a...
Which is where you're from.
Which I'm originally from, Long Island.
And so you go to the same plant supplier that you were buying plants from when you were a kid with your dad.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
You know, so basically Ed had a ton of fish in that other pond and he really didn't want to get rid of any fish and wanted to add some, so we actually built a bigger pond with a 3-foot depth so you keep buying fish, right, Ed?
Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense. And so there's your ranger seat, so it looks like that's propped up. That's probably the place that you have your cocktail at.
There you go, every day.
And actually, you know, the other reason for like the waterfall being positioned here, because if you look up there, the window.
Oh man, yes.
Everything is a great picture frame looking out the window to this point.
And eventually what we want to do is put a outdoor kitchen right here. So the thought process was when the outdoor kitchen comes up here and when you're sitting over here watching TV, I have a beautiful view of the waterfall.
Not a bad. I love a man with a plan, and a water feature is never done because there's always more to do. It's an addictive hobby, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Your neighbors just have a, backyard lawn with a deck. I mean, there's not too many people that are used to seeing this. What do people say that come here for the first time?
Well, they want to come here for A, the entertainment purposes, and number 2, the sounds. I think it relaxes people more than anything. When you have a hard day's work, you come home and you hear the sound of water.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, it's a calming factor. And then when they see the fish, I have neighborhood kids that want to come over here.
Of course.
I want to feed the fish every single time.
Can
we go to Ed's backyard and just feed the fish?
Amen.
And that's how I grew up too.
Yeah.
My father said, let's feed the fish. And growing up, that was very exciting for me. And I enjoyed it.
And that's what kids should be doing, spending time in nature, outside, versus at the gaming counselor.
So Ed, you got to tell them why we did color changing lights though.
Yes, so we did. This pond does have color changing lights. And because I'm a sports fan, when I have parties on whether it be football or hockey, I can change the color of the lights to the color of my favorite team.
I have not heard this before. That's pretty cool.
I said that to Alan. He says, what? I don't understand. I said, well, I'm going to put color changing lights. And if I believe Alan, I was one of the first people to have the color changing lights.
Because I am a white light guy. So this is absolutely right.
So this is your first customer that you put the Aquascape color changing lights in. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Maybe it's a good luck charm as well. And there's always more with a water feature. Get rid of the grass, extend the pond out here, put a nice outdoor kitchen and a patio over here, and this just continues to be the backyard lifestyle that this guy loves. And this is how you hide a biofalls. You got the water hyacinths, those roots will help. You got logs, you've got rocks, you've got creeping jenny, Japanese maple, even a statuary in there. That is the filter that keeps the water this clean. Look at the edging. Look at how these ground covers are growing in. You got the moss, you got some marginal plants, some floating plants, more ground covers. It just naturalizes it versus a ring of pearls look of rocks. And then, you know, more ground cover. So you see stone. You don't want to know where the water ends and the land begins. You know, and just all of the little things that you could add to add interest to the garden. I mean, that is a beautiful, I would love to manufacture something like that. I love those leaves. I even like the color. What do you guys think of that? You think if Aquascape made something like that, that would be something that would be good to add on to water features? I think that's just a gorgeous little backdrop there to this pond. So much interest in there. And then the tropical lilies, and you could tell it's a tropical lily because it's usually got variegated colored leaves. You know, the flowers stick farther up out of the water when it's a sunny day and you have something, not like a rainy day like we do today. You know, the burgundy leaves, night blooming water lily there. It's just so intricate. There's so many little design elements that he's added, and he's made this his own. And I love hobbyists. I love gardeners. I love the fact that this guy is a person who works a 9-to-5 retail job. He manages a Staples, and he comes home and he sits here and relaxes and unwinds. There's nothing that will get you to relax more than a decorative water feature does. And a water feature's never done, which is why I continue to believe I could keep doing these videos for years and years and years, because every water feature is a unique work of art, one-of-a-kind creation. The people that live with them are unique work of art, one-of-a-kind creations. And if you're inspired like I am when I come out and do these things to live the aquascape lifestyle, check out the link below to find a certified aquascape contractor by you. And projects like this that are always evolving are always inspiring to me. If you love this stuff as much as I do, share these vlogs so more people could see what living the aquascape lifestyle is all about. I love my job.
On next, little baddie, cashing big checks. I bought the whole block out, now that's a big flex. Peeping out my Uber window, like what's next? Got new levels and new devils out the wazoo. Ain't no worries, life gets better when you find you. And if you mind you, peace will abide. All
right, so this is the man cave down here, huh?
Yeah.
And there it says it right there, Ed's Man Cave. Okay, let's check this out. Oh my goodness. Jerry Rice, a legend. Yes. Wow, you really are a San Francisco fan. Oh, you got all the cards too. All these are Jerry Rice?
Yep.
Whoa. Okay. The Christmas tree? What do you got the Christmas tree set up for?
Oh yeah, that's the man tree. That's not a Christmas tree, it's a man tree.
All right, I got it. You have more San Francisco stuff than I have Ohio State Buckeye stuff, and that is saying something. I like it though. You are an organized guy. I got this in the Buckeyes. How did you become such a Jerry Rice fan?
I met him a few times.
Okay. You decided he's a good guy.
Through Staples. They had a bunch of things that we did a couple promotions with football players and stuff. I met him a couple of times.
He seems like a class act guy.
Yeah.
You never hear anything bad about him. Jerry Rice. This is like a shrine to Jerry Rice down here. I really don't see any Islander stuff. This is great. Wow. So are you a Bosa fan then?
Yes, I am a Nick Bosa fan.
Yeah. He coming back off an ACL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's really cool.